Welcome to the Brunch Club podcast, where we highlight amazing women. Join us to fill your cup with inspiration and motivation as our guests share their experiences, their stories, and some hot gossip.
Welcome to the Brunch Club. I'm Rachel Svoboda. We are here at my sister's closet in Newport Beach. And on this episode of the Brunch Club, we have Melissa Locke, who is the Mrs. California, United States, joining us today.
Yes, thank you so much. I am so happy to be here.
Melissa and I met when we were both working on OC Fashion Week.
Yes.
And we got thrown on set together.
We did.
And I remember thinking, that was so fun.
It was so fun. It was so busy. There were so many moving parts, as a fashion show is, right?
And we were just like yin and yang and yin and yang and back and forth. And I'm like, this woman's amazing. I want to get to know her. I want to spend more time with you. So thank you for taking the time to be here today.
Yes, no, it's truly my pleasure.
So we have, I think, a lot of overlap in Orange County, being the kind of small town that it is, right? And I saw recently that you did an event with Erynne from Mental Skincare, who has also been a guest on the Brunch Club podcast.
Yes, she has.
And I think that, you've done a lot in your reign for advocacy of different philanthropic causes. Do you want to talk about those a little bit? Or
yes.
You want to talk about what's coming next for you? Where do you want to go today?
Oh, okay. So I would like to talk a little bit about my two platforms. So my first platform is I have a nonprofit called Tree of New America, where we feed the unhoused and families in Orange County. We feed about 15,000 people a month, which is incredible. And my second platform is Erynne's Mental Skincare, which is suicide prevention and overall mental health.
Okay, let's dive into both of those because they're both very impactful, platforms. When you talk about feeding people, the effort. I mean, my daughter and I are part of a National Charity League, and we do a lot of volunteer work. And one of the places we volunteer sometimes is at the soup kitchen in Costa Mesa that feeds a lot of unhoused people. And it is a labor of love to be there and feed people. Talk about, how do you do it? We've never volunteered with your organization, but bring it to life for those who maybe don't know or who maybe want to help. How can people get involved?
Well, we organize big events at the city of Irvine, Anaheim, and Santa Ana. We feed about 300 people. We set up a kind of a farmer's market style store outside underneath tents, and people come by, families and the unhoused come by, and they grab whatever they want. It's like a grocery store, kind of like a farmer's market.
Yeah, it's like a pop-up.
It's a pop-up, yes. It's a pop-up, and we do them frequently.
just like fashion, but with food.
Exactly.
And do grocery stores, for example, when I've seen it, they donate, and you group the food in different categories, just like you would in a grocery store.
Right. We have produce, we have meat, we have vegetables, we have fruit, we have water, beverages, snacks, and sometimes dessert and candy and whatnot. So there's different places that those are at, and people just kind of families file through, and they pick whatever they want. So we do it with dignity, with a smile. We're very happy to be there. We're very excited to be there. That's very important.
I like the dignity portion.
Absolutely.
I think the people get to pick their own preferences, and it is families, and it is all different walks of life here.
Absolutely.
Who get helped. So I love that. It is so important. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you. It's a part of. I needed to fill myself up. There was a whisper, then there was kind of a scream, or maybe more of like a yell from God saying, "Melissa, do more, give more." Fill yourself up, fill others up. That was really important that I listened to that. So I did a few years ago, and I just started doing so much volunteer work, and it filled me up in a way that I couldn't get filled otherwise. So that is my calling. That is my passion, feeding people.
Okay, so let's then build on that, because the work that you're doing with Erynne and the mental skincare and mental health is a whole other expression of care for people. Food is nourishment, and right, if you think about like the pyramid, right? Like food, survival, safety, but mental health is like a critical part of a holistic wellness. So talk a little bit about your work with Erynne and how you're able to contribute to her mission and to that journey.
Sure. Well, food and mental health, nutrition and mental health are definitely connected, right? So that's a huge part. I started doing all of Erynne's events starting last September. So naturally, it just became my secondary platform. So I just kind of combined the two. She helps with my events, I help with her events, and it's very symbiotic. Is that the correct word?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes. Well, and we do a lot of that in the Brunch Club community, right? We've had different women, share their stories and get to know each other and collaborate and, build each other up. That's a big part of this. And as we're doing it, as we're meeting our own goals, right? But we're also helping other women meet their goals along the way.
Yes, it's very collaborative.
And I feel like when I was growing up, there weren't a lot of women out there that I could look at and say, oh, yes, I want to be like that. It was more like, wait a minute. I can be a librarian or a nurse or a teacher or a stay-home mom. Wait a minute. There's got to be more options. So I feel like now we are, as a community of women, we're achieving a lot. We're helping each other.
And I believe that that's all ages as well.
Talk about that.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty big, right? So I'm achieving things, as a middle-aged person. So that's really wonderful. A lot of doors have opened for me, and there's not as much ageism, I don't believe, anymore. Do you?
Well, okay. In Orange County, we don't age at all, really.
This is true.
Yes. We get the Newport Beach makeover. I think it comes with the zip code. And although when I travel and I see other women my age, I don't want to say our age, but in the middle, I'm like, oh, they didn't get the Newport Beach makeover.
It is interesting place that we live.
Yes, we're very blessed.
We tend to preserve a bit more.
I love that word.
That's a great word.
It's a great word. Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I always say, don't let the Botox and hair dye fool you, because there is some wisdom that comes with age.
Absolutely.
Which is nice.
Which is really nice. Yes.
So I pick a word of the year every year. My word this year is faith.
Ooh.
Okay, and your word this year?
I'm a strong woman of faith, so I love that. But my word this year is joy, because joy. Yeah. Joy is so important to have. It raises your vibration. It raises your emotional vibration as well. And I love to have joy. I get a lot of joy in dance. I dance a lot. And I get a lot of joy by working with my nonprofits. So,
when you dance, what kind of dance, for those who don't know?
So I just finished, I do ballet. I just finished Swan Lake. I also do hip hop, and I have professionally done ballroom dancing, which is extremely difficult.
Yes.
So
when I was a young girl, I was in ballet for like 11 years.
Okay. Well, you understand.
Okay.
How hard it is.
It was really hard. Then I realized that I liked to be more physical, and I found myself on the soccer field, like throwing those elbows around. And then I played soccer in high school and college and went that direction.
Oh.
But I recently found myself being drawn back to ballet.
Really?
It's so weird.
That's wonderful.
I was in yoga the other day, and I started this ballet move, and I'm like, oh my God, I think where could I go?
It lives in your body.
But where could an adult take class?
There's so many places you can take classes, believe it or not.
Really?
You just Google adult ballet. There will be a billion that come up.
Okay.
Really.
All right. Because I'm like, I think I am having a calling. I needed to get back into it because I cannot play soccer anymore. Like it's been too taxing on my body. But I would love to get back into ballet.
No, ballet is really good. It's such a discipline, right? I mean, there's nothing more challenging than ballet. Right? Yeah.
But it's also, I'm really into moving meditation.
Ooh.
So that works for me really well. And you talk about vibration and frequency and peace and joy and all of these things. They all work together.
Right. They all work together.
So if you're going to have advice for, let's say, an up and coming young woman who has big goals, big dreams, what would it be?
I would say pray. Yeah, pray. Keep your heart open. Keep your heart soft. Be humble. Pray. Get quiet. Listen. And go for it. The biggest thing is go for it, but you have to do all of that before you can go for it, because you like prep yourself, right? That's all like prep work.
Yes.
And then you just push.
I love that.
Yes.
That's good.
Thank you.
Okay. You guys, thank you for spending this time with us at the Brunch Club. Thank you, Melissa, for being here. This was wonderful.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Okay, so I have a big announcement. My husband, who's a plastic surgeon, and we have been filming a reality medical docuseries for a little while now, and we are about to roll it out.
Thanks for stopping by the Brunch Club podcast. It's been fabulous to share this time with you. Are you interested in being on the show? Do you want to nominate somebody? Reach out at rachelsvoboda.com.